Welcome to my video, welcome to my class today. I hope you've been having a wonderful time watching my other videos, that I've been sending to us. Well, today we're going to be talking about simultaneous equations, and I'm sure you must have heard about that math topic before. Simultaneous equation. What's simultaneous equation? The word simultaneous means at the same time. So simultaneous equation basically just means that we're solving more than one equation at the same time. Sometimes you can have up to 3 simultaneous equations, but okay, for this purpose of this video, we're just going to be dealing with 2 simultaneous equations. Alright, so I'll just go straight to the first example we have here. Let's say you have a question like this: P equal 3Q, and then you have 4P minus 5Q equal 14. Wow, somebody is looking at this simultaneous equation and is wondering, there's something about this simultaneous equation that is not really very, not properly arranged, as it were. How am I going to go about this? It's in your place to rearrange it. Remember, there's something I need to tell us. In mathematics, there is nothing like nothing. You say there's nothing here. To the layman, nothing, means nothing exists. But for the mathematics, as blank as this board is, what we are seeing is 0. We see things in digits. So, for easy identification, always label your equations. Let me call this first one 1. Let me call this second one equation 2. So I'm going to rearrange equation 1 so that every other thing flushes to the left and I have the constant to the right hand side of the equation, like you have it in equation 2. So let's go. Equation 1 becomes P minus 3Q equal to 0. So it is not nothing. 3Q moved from the right hand side to the left hand side. It was plus on the right hand side. It becomes minus 3Q on the left hand side. And what is left on the right hand side of the equality sign is actually 0. So that is my equation 1 rearranged. Okay, so equation 2 is okay the way it is. It stays the way it is. 4P minus 5Q equal 14. Equation 2. Now, the question we need to ask is, what method are we using to solve these sets of simultaneous equations? In simultaneous equation, we have the following methods. We have the elimination method, we have the substitution method, and we have the graphical method. For the purpose of this video today, we will just limit ourselves to the method of elimination. In my next video, I'll be taking the substitution method, and subsequently we will go into the graphical method, because all of these are required for you to prepare properly for your exams. Alright, so how do we carry out elimination method? Basically, there are some things you need to understand when you want to eliminate a term. We have 2 terms of 2 unknowns, in this case P and Q. You need to eliminate either P to solve for Q, or you eliminate Q to solve for P. Now, I, as a student, I choose to eliminate P because I want to solve for Q. But why am I making that choice? If you look at equation 1, the coefficient of P here is 1. If you look at equation 2, the coefficient of P here is 4. So, first of all, since I'm choosing to eliminate P, I will make sure their coefficient numbers are the same, but their coefficient signs are different. Their coefficient signs must be plus and minus, and their coefficient number must be the same. What I mean by that is, if I say 2a minus 2a, it will give me 0. I have eliminated it. Why? Because there's a plus here and there's a minus here. Their coefficient signs are different, but their coefficient numbers are the same. Because it is only when I do 2 minus 2, I have 0. It is only when I have plus and minus that I also have 0. So their coefficient signs must be different, but their coefficient numbers must be the same. So for equation 1, I'm going to multiply throughout by 4. I want to make P to have a coefficient of 4. But I need to make it to be what? Minus 4. I'm going to multiply by minus 4. Why? Because the coefficient of P in equation 2 is plus 4. So I make the coefficient sign of P in equation 1 to be minus 4. So let's go. Remember, you're multiplying throughout by minus 4. But you are multiplying equation 2 by plus 1. So equation 2 will remain the way it is. Let's go. Minus 4 times P gives me minus 4P. Minus 4 times minus 3Q gives me plus 12Q. Equal to 0 times minus 4 is 0. Equation 2 remains the way it is because I'm multiplying it by 1. So I have 4P minus 5Q equal to 14. So I can now eliminate. You rule a line like that. Minus 4P plus 4P is 0. I have eliminated P. I'm now left with the term in Q, so I can solve for Q. Plus 12Q minus 5Q is 7Q. Please, it is a plus. Equal to 0 plus 14 is 14. Of course, I now divide both sides by the coefficient of Q, which is 7. So I have 7Q equal to 14 divided by 7 all through. 7 cancels 7. 7 cancels 14, 2. So I have Q to be equal to 2. I have solved for Q. I can now choose to substitute Q equal to 2 into the original equation 1 or the original equation 2. This is the original equation 1. This is the original equation 2. Any one you choose. Remember, they are called simultaneous. They will give you the same values for P. So I substitute Q equal to 2 into equation 1. I choose equation 1. Equation 1 is easier. That's what you do when you find yourself in an examination situation. Do not look for a way to complicate the problem. Mathematics is about solving the problem. Alright, so let's go. So substitute Q equal to 2 in equation 1. What's equation 1? P equal to 3Q. P equal to 3Q. What is Q? I solved Q as 2. So I'm going to substitute it here. So P is equal to 3 into 2. What is 3 into 2? That is 6. Now, a point of note. In algebra, we always respect order of alphabets. A, B, C, D, that order. So in the order of alphabets, somebody is wondering, what is my order pair? That is, how do I write it in their order pair? It is P, Q. Because in the order of alphabet, P comes before Q, not QP. Just like you have AB, not BA. Just like you have XY, not YX. So my answer should be presented as writing P before Q. So P is 6, Q is what? 2. Not 2, 6. If this is an OBJ question, you will see in the alternative 2, 6. Please, this is a distractor. It's wrong. So you obey the order of alphabet. If you have M and N, M comes before N. If you have A, Z, A comes before Z. So you should follow that order. So your answer, or the right coordinates that satisfy this set of simultaneous equation is 6, 2. Alright, so let's move to another question. Alright, so we're going to take another question. I have X plus Y equal 18. I have X minus Y equal 12. For easy identification, always label your equation. I call this my equation 1, I call the next one my equation 2. Now we're going to be applying elimination method. The elimination method tells me that my coefficient signs must be different, but my coefficient numbers must be the same. Let's look at this. The coefficient of xs plus 1, the coefficient of xs plus 1, I cannot easily eliminate x. Let's look at y. The coefficient of ys plus 1, the coefficient of ys minus 1, I can easily eliminate y. So you don't always have to start by eliminating x. You can start by eliminating y. If it has been conveniently presented to you, take advantage of it. Don't stress yourself. Alright, so I just go adding. The way you add in primary school, if you remember in primary school, we did things like this: 431 plus 101. You added each number vertically on top of the other. 1 plus 1, 2, 3 plus 0, 3, 4 plus 1, 5. That is the same thing you do here. X plus x, 2x. Where did the plus come from? There's an invisible plus here, there's an invisible plus here. So x plus x, 2x. Plus y minus y is 0. It's plus 0. It has been eliminated automatically because it was conveniently presented to me. So I have plus 18 and plus 12, that is 30. Of course, plus 0. That's why people think 0 means nothing. You don't need to really write it, but it's there. It's just that it is invisible. Okay, so I have 2x equal to 30. So the next thing I just need to do is divide both sides by the coefficient of x. What you do to the left, you do to the right. So 2x equal to 30, dividing both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 2. 2 go here, 1. So x equal to 2 go here, 15. So x is 15. Now I need to solve for y. So you can choose to substitute x equal to 15 into equation 1, original equation 1, or x equal to 15 into original equation 2. Okay, so let's go. Some people might choose equation 1, some people might choose equation 2. Let me see. For me, I like equation 1. The reason being that I try to avoid expressions with too much minus signs. Okay, so substitute x equal to 15 in equation 1. So let's go. Equation 1 says x plus y equal to 18. X is 15, so I substitute 15 here. 15 plus y equal to 18. The coefficient of y is already positive, so I leave y where it is. And I move 15 to the other side. So I have 18 minus 15. Take note, 15 is plus here. When it crosses over, it becomes minus 15. So y equals 3. Remember the other pair, it has to be x, comma, y. What is x? 15. What is y? 3. Please, it is not 3, comma, 15. It is 15, comma, 3. Okay, let's take one more example and then we'll wrap it up with that particular example. Very interesting example, very interesting example. These are the kind of examples that some students get scared of. A lot of students, when they see fractions in simultaneous, they just become very uncomfortable. But I will teach you simple ways to clear fractions and then you have a linear expression. So when you see fractions, you become a master. So we have this. A plus B is equal to 3 over 2. 3 over 2. And then we have A minus B is equal to 5 over 2. Wow. That's my equation 1 there, and that's my equation 2. So how do I handle this kind of expression with fractions? Just clear fraction. How do you clear fraction? Use the denominator to multiply throughout. Just use the denominator to multiply throughout. Or the LCM of all the denominators. From equation 1, the only denominator you have there is 2. So I'm going to multiply through. Multiply through by 2. The same thing in equation 2 as well, in both equations. So I have 2 is going to multiply throughout. I'll multiply 2 by A here. I have 2A I multiply 2 by b, I have plus 2b. If I multiply 3 over 2 by 2, I'm going to have 3 left, because 3 over 2 by 2, 2 cancels, so I'm left with 3. Okay, so equation 1 has become 2a plus 2b equal to 3. I'm going to do the same for equation 2. So this is my equation 1, or you can choose to call it equation 3 because it has changed form. Equation 2 now, I'm going to multiply through by 2 as well. 2 times a is 2a, 2 times minus b is minus 2b equal to 5 over 2 by 2, 2 cancels 2, I'm left with 5. Okay, so let's go. And that is my equation 4. Equation 1 is now equation 3, equation 2 is now equation 4. We are eliminating. It's very simple. It has been presented to us. The coefficient of plus 2b here is plus, the coefficient of 2b here is minus. The coefficient numbers are the same, the signs are different. I'll just add. 2b minus 2b is 0, it goes. There's an addition here because of the coefficient sign of 2a and 2a. This is 4a. 2a plus 2a is 4a equal to 3 plus 5 is 8. I hope that is simple enough to understand. 4a equal to 8. So I'm going to divide both sides by the coefficient of a. So I have 4a equal to 8 divided by 4. What you do to the left, you do to the right. 4 goes here, I'm left with a. 4 going to 8, I'm left with 2. A is equal to 2. A is equal to 2. So I substitute. I would rather prefer in this case to use equation 3 or 4. Because remember, we had cleared fraction in order to have a linear expression. But if you choose to use equation 1 or 2, you will not be wrong. But equation 1 has become equation 3, and equation 2 has become equation 4. So let me use equation 3. So substitute a equal to 2 in equation 3. Equation 3. Let me substitute that in equation 3. What is equation 3? Equation 3 is 2a plus 2b equal to 3. The value of a here is 2. So 2 into 2 plus 2b equal to 3. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2b equal to 3. 2b stays where it is. The coefficient is positive. I'm going to move 4 to the other side. So I have 2b. Sorry about that. I have 2b equal to 3 minus 4. Plus 4 comes to this other side to become minus 4. So 2b equal to minus 1. Divide both sides by the coefficient of b. I have 2b over 2 and minus 1 over 2. So 2 cancels 2, I'm left with b. B equal to minus 1 over 2. How do we write it in their order pair? A comes before b. So it's going to be a comma b. What is a comma b? A is 2. B is minus 1 over 2. This is very important for us to get the order pair correct, because when we are plotting these points on the graph, A should come before B. A represents X, while B represents Y. If you have order pair like M, N, M represents X on the horizontal axis, and N represents Y on the vertical axis, because you do not always have X, Y. The letters can be, any letter of the alphabet can be used. So in my next video, I'm going to be talking about substitution method, and subsequently we'll be looking at the graphical method of solving simultaneous equations. So this is how far we can go in this video today. I hope you've enjoyed every step of the way in solving simultaneous equation. I expect you to watch my next video, and it's really going to be fun. Thank you.